harassing the police every single day.
Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Copwatch, and made it in the paper again for exposing more corruption. Sheets files appeal against the sheriff because the sheriff keeps illegally trespassing me while filing records request and filing internal affairs complaints, which is completely illegal. And the reason why Police Chief Pam Davis, that criminal's face, is here because she's next. They are also doing illegal trespasses for asking for records, filming while asking for records, which you have the right to do. Anyways, it's out of control. But the sheriff, this is the second time that he did this majorly freaking illegal act. He illegally trespassed me. This is the second time now from all sheriff's offices, including the sidewalk and including the curtilage. So I asked, I called up there, you know, I'm like, does this include the swale? Can I protest his illegal trespass in the swale? And they would not answer. So apparently that means yes, which is completely illegal. Also, you know, I'll do a screen reading of the article because it's actually halfway decent this time. Thank you, Frank. Kind of fair, Frank. Anyways, so he filed this trespass, and it's a full-blown trespass. It's a state trespass, and it goes against case law trespass, which there's case law 11th Circuit Court that you must have an appeal process because they were trespassing people in St. Petersburg, Florida, bums off the sidewalk, which is in parks, which is completely illegal. They have a right to be there. And in that case law, it said that they must have an appeal process. But here's the rub, man. The appeal process is in kangaroo court. It's absolute fucking bullshit. A poor person cannot afford this. So what happens? You go to kangaroo court enforcement court in front of a lawyer that they hired to be your judge and jury, which of course he's going to rule against. He's been getting paid by the county and the city. Or 7 rich white people that fucking hate freedom because we live in Auschwitz, Florida here. So you would have to hire, if you want to beat the rap, you would have to hire a lawyer and a court reporter. That's $1,300 right there, or more. And then you would have to appeal to a real court, which is another $400 and another $2 to $3 grand. It is stupid for a freaking trespass, which should be like a traffic ticket. You go straight to court and appeal it right there, just like you do with the ticket. This is they are abusing this, and actually what this is a form of, it's a form of heckler's veto, which the government cannot do, shutting you down for redress. It's also another form of Florida slap law, which that's the next lawsuit we're looking at. Florida slap law, slap laws are basically the government cannot sue you for redress, which a lot across the country they were, so they made slap laws. Then Florida took it a step further. They made their own Florida slap law, which is very interesting. In 2015, they made it to even include any cause of action, because this is what Florida started doing. So the Florida cops and sheriffs and governments, they started saying, well, shit, we can't freaking do a lawsuit on them. So let's instead, we'll trespass them, arrest them, and just on and on. It's unbelievable to shut down redress. We literally have the documents to show and prove this. It is outrageous. Only if you agree with them is everything allowed. If you disagree with them, it's not allowed. You will be crucified like I have been. And if you know me and my story, it's been 10 years of hell. You know, the newspaper, the TV reports on their stuff too, but apparently not good enough, like I am, because I'm going for the real stuff, which they should be, and they're not. And so therefore, let's jail him for 30 fucking days for exposing corruption. That is outrageous, illegal. That's the next lawsuit that's coming. Some of you guys know my story. Because I was protesting their corruption, they made free speech illegal. They ticketed me 8 times for that. Thousands of dollars worth of tickets, liens on my house, freaking illegal daily running fine, double fine. That's totally illegal. And then because I sued them twice, once with Rutherford Institute in state court appeal, we already won that. A second time for in federal court, and that's in settlement talks right now because we won the state court. It's free speech. It's on a sidewalk. Are you freaking kidding me? Unless they agree with you. Here's your example. The sheriff and the police chief both totally walked with and kneeled with BLM twice. Big freaking marches. Didn't charge them for any of the cops or nothing that were there. It was a huge deal. If they agree with you, you're fine. Also, Punta Gorda police chief, there was a big march for Democrat baby killers. Fully supported them. 200 baby killers strong with bullhorns, bad signs, illegal words, all that shit. Tons of police presidents, no charge to them. Nothing happened to them. But if you're one little fucking guy protesting corruption, you will be crucified. And we got the documents for that. We literally have the documents where a person in town was complaining. Then the city manager complained to the police, and the police complained to the state attorney's office, who also hates me because we were exposing corruption there. And they literally said, if you have enough people to complain, we'll turn it into a crime. That is totally illegal. The fucking collusion conspiracy goes so deep that it turns into Mafia RICO acts. 3 or more working together to do illegal shit. You lose your immunity when you start going off the reservation, which you took an oath to the Constitution. Your immunity's gone. That includes state attorneys, judges, all that shit. When you act outside your oath of office, it's gone. So this is an insane nightmare. Like I said, the writer, DeFore, actually did a halfway decent article here this time, finally. And a fair one. And so this is the next suit. This is just the beginning. Punta Gorda's next. And like I said, we're looking at the Florida slap suit because that is exactly what they're doing. And if you don't stand up and fight, do you want to go like the Jews did and get on the train? You know what they did to them, right? They said you're going to take a shower to get rid of the lice, and instead it was Zyklon B, and they were all killed. And then burned in an oven. Is that what you want? Because that's where we're going, unless you stand up and fight. Our founding fathers demanded it. Wake the fuck up and take your goddamn country back.
Sheets files appeal against sheriff. Activist alleges he was barred from making internal affairs complaint. By Frank DeFury. Staff writer. Punta Gorda, a critic of Charlotte County Sheriff Bill Prummell, is preparing to take him to court. Andrew Sheets recently released a copy of an appeal he has made against Prummell and Charlotte County Administrator Hector Flores, dated January 5, in the Florida 6th Court of Appeal. According to Sheets, he visited the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office headquarters at 7474 Utilities Road on November 14, 2022 to make a public records request and an internal affairs complaint. Shortly after his arrival, Sheets alleges CCSO staff trespassed him from the property. He then attempted to file an appeal and argue against the trespass order in front of a Charlotte County special magistrate, as outlined in the county's Code of Ordinances. However, according to Sheets' petition, Charlotte County did not appoint a special magistrate to hear the case. A letter to Sheets' attorney from the Charlotte County Attorney's Office outlined Sheets had been trespassed from Charlotte County Sheriff's Office headquarters under Florida Statute 810, not the county's Code of Ordinances. As such, the county did not have authority to appoint a special magistrate. Charlotte County is a political subdivision of the state of Florida, which is considered a separate and distinct sovereign entity from that of the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, the letter read. The Charlotte County Attorney's Office neither represents nor handles the legal matters of the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Sheets and his attorney Christopher Cosden note in their petition that 7474 Utilities Road is listed American Samoa being owned by Charlotte County, with the building where Flores' office is located listed as the address of the property owner. They also note that the state statute does not contain stipulations about appealing a trespass notice, leaving only the county Code of Ordinances as an avenue of appeal. The petition further alleges a sheriff is not authorized by the Code of Ordinances to issue trespass orders and failed. to state facts supporting its conclusion. Sheets is seeking to have the 6th District rule on the trespass warning directly, noting the lack of explicit avenue for challenging under state statute as a violation of the 5th and 14th Amendments of the Bill of Rights. Alternatively, the petition asks for the court to issue a writ of mandamus to order Charlotte County to provide a special magistrate hearing in order to properly challenge the trespass order according to the Code of Ordinances. Officials from CCSO declined to comment on the civil filing, citing agency policy. Sheets has been in a similar situation before. In 2020, he was trespassed from all CCSO property after attempting to make an internal affairs complaint in person. That year, Sheets was running as a write-in candidate for sheriff against Prummell. CCSO told the Daily Sun at the time that the reason for issuing the trespass order was due to inappropriate behavior by Sheets toward employees. Sheets, who owns and operates a local handyman and cleaning business, is known for his Copwatch social media and YouTube presence where he protests against what he calls over-policing and policing for profit. Sheets. Copyright Suncoast Media Group, Inc., edition January 15.